welcome, beloveds, to the Dr. Mumbi Show. My name is Dr. Mumbi Saraki. How you doing? How's everything going? I really do pray that you are well in all your ways and that you are moving into living life truly on your own terms. We want to thank every single person that supports us on our Patreon and our PayPal accounts. We absolutely appreciate, love each and every one of you. Patreon family, we have made the Freedom Song available, so go ahead and check it out. If you want a downloadable copy, definitely message me on that platform. And for all the people who have donated through PayPal, we will be sending you out this song very, very soon. So many stories are breaking from across the African continent. There's also a lot of fake news that is just, also just running around like wildfire. And, they say, a fake story will make its round faster than the real news. But then again, some people aren't really ready for the real news, but those are stories for other days. I'm going to start that channel for real. Now, there's a very disturbing story that kind of came out last week where they say it's a rumor, but actually what happened is that there was a Dr. Bandile Masuku. He's a member of the Gauteng Province Executive Council of Health. Now, he visited a grave site in a place called Shewani municipality. And then he went on to say, we are preparing over 1.5 million grave sites, and it's an uncomfortable decision, but it's really that we need to do it and we need to be prepared. So, of course, this story completely spooked South Africans across the country to the point where the government, actually the municipality, had to, come back and actually issue a statement because this story was ran by a lot of local news outlets. But something is up, and that's why I'm saying people need to really be awake. There's something happening in South Africa. I can't put my finger on it, but I feel like that's an epicenter of the, genocidal war that is being waged against the global black family. Like, I really do feel that. Because why would he quote? I mean, how do you misquote, first of all, 1.5 million? We're preparing over 1.5 million graves. So after that, this Dr. Bandile Masuku, he was quoted everywhere, but then, the government, actually the Gauteng government, and Gauteng is where Johannesburg is, it's where Soweto is, it's the kind of the epicenter of the outbreak of the, coronavirus pandemic. But the Gauteng government was actually forced to release a statement clarifying Dr. Masuku's statements, and they said, the province does not have over 1 million already open dug graves. The over 1 million graves refers to the collective capacity municipalities can take. The gravesite Masuku visited has a capacity of about 24,000 graves. But, it's like the damage was already done. The damage was already done. And many South Africans saying, the ANC government knows something that we don't know. They decided to dig million graves while people are alive instead of building enough hospitals like China did. That's the alarming question. So that was something that was posted on in a Facebook post earlier in July. And South African authorities have now found themselves having to calm, fears over coronavirus deaths. And I mentioned in the story earlier that they are, South Africa is actually accounting for 40% of the, cases in Africa. And so even Zuma's former wife, I think, Dr. Dlamini Nzuma, she's currently South Africa's cooperative governance minister. She actually had to tweet that the government's response to COVID-19 is informed by the imperative to prevent infections and save lives. We are not, therefore, expecting and preparing for 1 million COVID-19 related deaths in the country. But, it's like the damage was already done. And I think at some point, 1 million body bags were allegedly, because there's special body bags that they're putting people who get this. It's more like a bacteria virus. I'm not going to get into that. But they had said that over 1 million body bags had actually been shipped into the country. But there's a lot of fear and unrest in South Africa as people really wonder, what does the government know that they're not telling the people? Is there something going on? Why are the numbers, so high? And the thing is, his announcement, this Dr. Masuku's announcement, it made one of the popular, like the South African Broadcasting Corporation, they covered it as well. They even went to the gravesite. And his announcement actually triggered a wave of anxiety in the province, which so far had only recorded 478 deaths. So you're wondering, where are these 1 million going to come from? Why are you even building 25,000? And, and that's why I say, there's a real war for the narratives. And if people really knew what was going on behind the scenes, it would make them sick to their stomach. Stay uplifted, beloveds. Remember, prevention is better than cure. Get your immunity up, up, up. Take your moringa oil, your moringa powder. Take your black seed oil. Some people say take your silver colloidal. I've never tried it, but that's what some people say, make sure you're getting all the things, those super, not super drugs, but they are literally like super drugs, but those super trees, those miracle trees, make sure that you're getting your intake regularly of these things so that, you don't get caught up in this confusion. Because this right here is a confusion and a distraction. This is another world that is falling. Be part of the world that is being built. And that means like really pulling away your emotions and your thoughts, and don't allow fear to enter your hearts, I know a lot of South Africans are spooked, but just remember where you've come out, what you've come out of, how much progress you were making last year in terms of even, getting your land back and really setting a precedent. You had the whole world shook, and now you're the epicenter of the coronavirus epidemic in South Africa. Always ask questions, beloveds. Until next time, tuko pamoja. Hello and welcome to Africa Watch on the Dr. Mumbi Show. My name is Dr. Mumbi Saraki. Hey, how you doing? How's everything going? I hope you're good. I hope you're well wherever you are. And I hope you've had an absolutely fantastic and amazing weekend. So much to report today. Now, I know the story has been covered. By the way, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks to every single person that subscribed to the channel. And thanks to every single person who's donated through PayPal. Thanks to all you new Patreon and old Patreon members. We've reached 100. Woo! Don't forget, if you want to know what I'll be doing in the US, where I'll be, go ahead and join our Patreon, because that's the one we'll be updating regularly, and I'll be doing a little travel vlog that I'll be releasing there first. Anywho, I know this story has been covered. It came out last week, but so many people are still talking about it. So I decided to go deeper into this whole thing of Chinese opening 13 police stations in South Africa. What's up with that? What's their agenda? What are they trying to achieve? A lot of people have expressed shock. In fact, so many South Africans, both on the continent and living abroad, contacted with this email and said, you gotta expose. In Kenya we say mulika, where it's like shine the light. You got to expose these people. What's happening? Do you think the U.S. would allow China to open a community police station? Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. So basically what happened is last week on October 29th, 2018, just for future reference for our kids and grandkids, because this is crazy. And I know we'll be looking back at this story and wondering this is where it all began. The Chinese opened up their 13th police station in South Africa, and it was opened in Port Elizabeth. And, a statement was released by the South African Police Service. It was everywhere, where they said the Chinese Community and Police Corporation Center, that's what they're calling it, but it's literally a Chinese police station. It was a program that was in its third term of opening. They were also opening up a Chinese language training program in Port Elizabeth. We saw, all these dignitaries attended, and they were basically saying that they were there to police the Chinese in South Africa, but the Chinese police actually said that their citizens would show South Africans what it meant to be model citizens. What does that even mean? You see how this is the neo-colonial agenda. And of course they would, because the Chinese community would be model citizens for abiding with the law in this country. That's what the Chinese had to say. There was a huge opening ceremony full of pomp and glamour. And get this,
Afterwards, it was followed by a martial arts demonstration, and then dragon dancing. You know, you guys, you think I'm crazy when I'm talking about voodoo, but what do you think the little dragon dancing? What do you think that's doing? You know, because sound and actions have things just voodooing all that place up. Anyway, I mean, seriously, it's so crazy, you know, and we must, the reason this bothers me is because China has tried to start their police stations. This is not the first country, but I didn't even know. It hasn't even made news until it reached the 13th police station in South Africa. We didn't even know. You know, and what happened is actually they tried to do this in Zambia last December, and where they didn't try and open their own little police station. What they actually did in Zambia was they bribed the Zambian government, or did something to the Zambian government, where the people were were 8 police officers who were Zambian were actually, appointed into the police force. And then one was like a chief of police almost, who was Chinese. But the minute the Zambians found out, they lost it. They caused so much havoc that those guys were actually, they didn't even last in the office 1 week. That thing was cancelled, it was annulled, and they were kicked out. And the reason the Zambians got so upset is because, you know, the Zambians were angered because, first of all, if you are from, like, if you're Zambian but from you have a dual citizenship, you can't join the police force. And there's even a law that forbids Zambian police, from marrying police, or from marrying foreigners because of the sensitive nature of the post. And then now you have Chinese that you're trying to hire. So, you know, kudos to Zambia. You guys really, you showed you weren't having that, and those guys were fired. But now look at South Africa.